easy, because you can imagine, after all this stress, it was Saturday, but on Monday you have to start going to the offices, whether you're sick, whether you have been operated or not. You have to go to the offices. You must go and take the birth certificate. You must do Anmeldung. If you know what is Anmeldung, you have to do registration of the child that he has been born. Everything has to be registered in Germany, and they give you only 1 week to bury the child.
What's up, beautiful people? This is your girl Celine of Amor Lina TV channel. Thank you very much for those people that have subscribed to me, and thank you very much those people that are joining me today for the first time. My question is, if you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Today you have the chance. Please, you can tap that button that says subscribe there, and you can share and like my videos. Therefore, guys, without much ado, I just
Hi everybody, thank you for having me in this channel. My name is Joyce Gitara, and I am a mom of 3 kids. One of the children, the second born, is in heaven. Yeah, I want to share with you this story. Actually, this is my first interview talking about this story. Before, people used to ask me, but I was not ready to talk about it, and I was also in the healing process. But now God has restored me, God has healed me, and I can stand up and talk about it to encourage any other woman who might be crying and shouting, and everybody was coming out of the wards to come and see what is happening. And the worst thing is, the hospital that I gave birth in is where I was working. So I knew all the processes that they used to take when there is an emergency. So I saw the doctors coming from the ICU, rushing towards my boy, almost like 10 doctors, one after the other, carrying all these kind of machines and all this. And this was breaking me even more, because I knew all this process. I knew what they are doing to my child. I knew everything. And the father was also not understanding. He was like, no, everything is fine. I think maybe there's something. I told him, no, you don't have an idea, because I know when these doctors come from the ICU, something is wrong. Yeah, so we were there. Some nurses were trying to calm me down and all this. So almost like 20 minutes, then they came out. One of the doctors came out and told me, please calm down, everything is fine. The heartbeat had stopped, but we have brought him back, everything is okay, and his blood sugar was very low. Yeah, then I told him, please, I don't want you to talk to me, just take me to my son. Let me see him, don't tell me that he's fine, just take me there. Then he said, no problem, come, I'll take you there. Then he took me and the father inside the ICU. And then they showed us the boy was okay. He had opened his eyes. You know, his color was back. He was there, and they were just giving him some drips. Then they told me, as you know, in this hospital we don't have the kids station. We only have for mothers and small kids, and we have to transfer the child to the next hospital where he'll be in the ICU, because even if he's back, we still want to know what happened to him that his heartbeat stopped. We still have to dig in and know about that. And I told them, it's okay, you can take him, but one of us has to go, or me too, I have to go with my son. They said, no, you cannot go, because you were operated here and the doctors have not finished your case. They still have to watch over you, but the father of your child can come with us and he will be with the child. And I said, okay, but please promise me that you're going to take care of him, and you're going to transfer me maybe tomorrow or something. He said, yes, we will do it. Yeah, so this is how the boy was taken. He was taken to the next hospital, and The father was there, he was making videos, he was making pictures for me, he was sending me and telling me everything is okay, don't worry, he's back. They are giving him milk, even he has drunk some milk. But one thing that he did is he told the nurses there that please, if anything happens here, or if in case of any emergency, don't call her. She's going through a lot, she has a CS and all this. If in case of anything, just call me. So he left his number there, so the nurses were not calling me even in case of anything. So I was in the ward in the other hospital, my son is in another hospital, and I was not having any information, only from the father. And he was, even if there was something, he was trying to tell me everything is fine, you know. Yeah, so the next day we slept the night. I could not sleep, of course, and the next day I was transferred to go to the other hospital where my son was lying. He was in the ICU, but not knowing, at night the heart had stopped again. But as the dad did, he was called himself, but they did not call me. So he was called, he rushed there, he took care of everything. And then when I arrived in the hospital, that is when now the doctors told me, even yesterday at night, this happened again. We are still not sure what is happening. We are checking everything. We have called the cardiologist to come and check the heart. The cardiologist is also here. They are taking care of everything, but we can really not explain what is happening. Yeah. And I told them, okay, now I'm here, we can see what we can do. So you see, that was on a Friday, because Thursday evening is when he was transferred. So that was Friday. So I stayed there, and then you know, the ICU was like the fourth floor, and I was downstairs. So I used to go there and then check on him, stay there, and then I'll come back to the ward. And the father also will go there. We will stay there for some hours. But you know, as ICU, they used to send us away most of the time. They will be with you like 20 minutes, and then they will say, please, you guys have to leave because we have to do our work. Yeah. So that Friday also, the whole night, everything was okay, but you could see the child was getting a lot of medicine, a lot of drips, a lot of things were happening to him in a short period of time. Because these doctors also, I don't blame them even 1 minute. They were trying their best to do what they can do to save the child. You know, they don't know what is happening to him. They cannot see any infection. Okay, they took some blood samples and all these things, but you know, it was on a Friday, so even some of the blood samples could not come back on that Friday. They were supposed to come back on Monday. So I really thank the hospital. They really did everything for this child. And so because of all the drips, he was getting bigger. You know, the water was too much for him, for his small body. He was not eating anymore. He stopped taking the bottle anymore. He could not even breastfeed because he was really critical now on that Friday. But we were still hopeful. We were praying. What I can say is, death never ever passed my mind, and I can never ever think of losing a child. That would have never passed in my mind. I knew this child is gonna make it. I knew this child is gonna fight whatever is happening to him. I knew the doctors are gonna find out and he's gonna be okay. That something to do with death never came in my head. Yeah. So we slept the night, and then on Saturday in the morning we were there also. We went and checked on him, but you could see there was kind of tension in the ICU. Anytime the nurses would see me or the doctors, you would see kind of, you know, and the Germans, they don't know how to hide things. They really don't know. You know, for me, I can see a patient is dying and all, but I will try to encourage the family. But the Germans, they will just be there, but you will see something is happening behind you, you know. So anytime I used to enter the room, I could feel something. I could see the machine was, you know, misbehaving. It will bring some sounds, and then I will tell the nurse, the machine is doing something. And she would tell me, no, it is not for your child, it's for the next, because there was another child inside the room. So she was, all the time she was diverting the machine to, she was saying the machine is not your son, it's for the other child. Yeah, so that Saturday we were there, we stayed for almost 2 hours. And then the dad said, I'm going home to go and cook something for you because I was not eating. And the mom who has been operated, I'm not eating because I'm under stress. So, and the food the Germans were giving us, was giving me there was bread in the evening and tea. I could not eat. So he said, let me go and prepare something that you like, and then maybe you try and eat because you need energy. You are operated. You need to come. You need the energy for yourself also. So he went home. That was around 10 in the morning. Went home, came to prepare food, and then we had also said that our daughter now was supposed to come on that Saturday to come and see the son, the brother. Sorry. So he said, I'm going to bring the food and then bring also the girl to come and see the brother. So I said, okay. Also, I was there, and then I felt so tired because I was not sleeping for days. I was really not sleeping. So I was so tired, and also the nurse gave me some medicine to calm me down. So I told the nurse, okay, I'm going back to my room. I want to go and rest at least for 2 hours. By the time my family comes back, then I will be awake. She said, okay, no problem. So I went to my room, lie down. I just fell asleep because I was not sleeping for days. I fell asleep, deep sleep. And then after maybe 1 hour like that, then that is when one nurse came and she called me. She said, please, you have to wake up. The doctor is calling you in the intensive station. Then I said, okay, what does she want? Can't she wait maybe a bit? I need to rest. And she said, no, she cannot wait because she's going home. That's what she told me. The doctor will be going home. I said, okay. And she asked me, and where is your husband? And I said, he has gone home to go and prepare some food for me. But you could see her, the way she watched me, it was somehow for me. So then she told me, okay, come, I'm going to take you upstairs. Then I asked her, since when have you been taking me upstairs? Because all the time I've been here, I've been going upstairs alone. Today you want to take me to upstairs? I can go alone. She said, no, let me take you. So when she said that, I was like, okay. Then we went upstairs. We were not communicating. We were just quiet. She was quiet. Her herself could not communicate with me. So I'm going upstairs with her, but she's so quiet. You could see she was very sad. So she could not talk to me. And me, myself, I'm asking, why are you not talking to me? Just tell me something, you know. She said, no, everything is fine. Let's go to the doctor. Then we went to the doctor. She put me in the office of the doctor. She told me, wait there. I'm going to bring the doctor. I said, okay. So I'm sitting down in the office there, and I watched the computer of the doctor. It was open and there was a picture there. You know, there was an x-ray picture of my son. I saw his name and his birthday, and then I watched the picture, but I could not understand anyway. So I stayed there almost 15 minutes. Nobody is coming inside. So I called the dad. I said, please, you have to come because the doctor wants to talk to me, but I don't know why they have come to call me from my room. I was sleeping. Then he said, okay, I'll be on my way now. So, and I finished talking to him. The doctor came inside, and the first thing the doctor asked me is, where is the dad? I said, the dad is coming. I just finished talking to him on the phone. He went to bring some food for me. Then she told me, please tell him to come fast. Then I asked her, what is wrong? What is happening? Then she told me, please, I want you to calm down, because what I'm about to tell you is not something nice. Then I said, just tell me, because you have already kept me for long here. I've been waiting, and you people have not come to even talk to me, tell me anything. You know, you have just left me in the room. I'm just here seeing a picture of my son. Then she said, yeah, after you and the dad left the room, an hour later, then his heartbeat stopped again. That was 12 o'clock. And since 12 o'clock, it was around now 1:30. We have been trying to bring the child back. And 1.5 hours, we are just pumping, we are giving him oxygen. We are doing everything we can do for him, but we don't understand. We don't know what is happening. The heart is still not coming. You know, he's not coming back. And I told her, please just take me to my son. You don't need to explain anything more. I really don't wish any mom, even my biggest enemy, I would never wish you to go through this, and especially in such a foreign country. I never wish anybody to go through this. So she just told me, okay, come with me, let's go to the room. And I remember this ICU, the floor was so long, so when I started walking, I could not see where I was going, so she held my hand, and then we entered in the room there. And when we entered there, almost like 6 nurses were standing there and 4 doctors were on him. One is pumping. One is pumping oxygen, one is trying to bring him back. But you all know that in Germany here, they don't stop until you, the parents, say stop. You can't stop because you have to try and save the life. So when I entered, I just watched the boy's face. I watched his face. He was bleeding from the nose, he was bleeding from the mouth because of the pumping. They were pumping him for almost 2 hours, this small, tiny boy. And I just told them, please stop, just leave him in peace. Just leave him, let God do whatever he wants to do with him now. Just leave him. So when I said stop, then they stopped. They just removed their hands from him. And I took him. I took him, I hugged him so tight. I hugged him so tight, and I told him, it's okay, baby, it's okay, you just rest. You don't need all this. You really don't need all this. Some few weeks, that is how my child died in my hands. He fought, he really fought. The boy fought for his life, he really did. But God needed him. He was a handsome boy, very handsome. So yeah, then they told me, okay, by the time now they took the boy, they told me, please let's try and remove the cables from his body, and then you can have him. And then now they asked me, where is the father? I said the father is coming. So by the time they were removing the cables, then the father entered. So, and for him also, it was like, what are you people talking about? It was so hard for him. It was really hard. He just broke down. Could not understand it. He said, why? The boy was fine. And then before I left, how come now he has died, you know? So that's what happened. And yeah.
What do you wish to tell any mother that has lost their children here in Germany? Or maybe wherever in Africa they've lost their children?
I just wish them a lot of strength. Losing a child, you also lose yourself inside. So I wish them a lot of strength. And to those moms who are going through it, especially in Germany here, it's really not